moms and single dads. Like it just doesn't work. And also, I am going to be a dad, whether like you like it or not. So, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense in my head.
I think it's like insulting to people who might have one dad or one mom. It's literally telling them that their family is not right, and that's not okay. But yeah, I'm having kids also, so fuck off.
Me too.
Being raised by a single mom, I completely agree with what you said. Yeah, there is this. I don't know why, but like family here is seen as, you know, a woman and a man, and the child couldn't raise like right.
You know, people said women couldn't wear pants 100 years ago. Like, yeah. Whatever. You know, it's like people used to say interracial marriage was bad. This is the time that we live in. People used to not let women vote and do stuff like that in America, you know, so...
Also, it's just a side note, the more you tell me about how conservative a lot of Italy is, like, I'm just so proud of you guys for even showing up to this panel. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're the future!
Okay.
Yeah.
So since they are the future, can you give them some tips, not only for them, but also like for friends, for their LGBT friends?
Okay, well, I think regardless of whether you're straight or you're LGBT, be yourself. I know it sounds so cliche and gross, but be yourself, legit, it helps, and you'll live a much happier life, and help your friends be themselves, and just be a good person. Don't say mean things, just be nice. And you guys all seem like very sensible people, so yeah, be nice.
One of the best pieces of advice that I've ever heard in my lifetime was to be patient. And patience, not just like, that doesn't mean swallow your feelings, that doesn't mean don't speak up, it just means like, be calm and be patient and understand that things are going to get better. That's the big message.
And I would say, if there's one last thing, if you're thinking about coming out, don't do it just because people tell you to. Do it at your own pace, do it when it's safe, and do it when you are ready, not when other people want you to be ready.
100%.
And if you're straight, don't like be like, oh, it's fine. Like, let them do their process in their own process. Just you do you.
Okay, so if you're up for it, we're going to do a little Q&A on the matter.
Yeah.
And the guy there is taking questions from you guys.
In a fancy suit.
So, quindi...
Slay me.
Se avete delle domande da fare a riguardo a Tyler, Troye e Anna, questa ragazza così.
Hi. Do you think it's different for a YouTuber to be gay or straight?
Some of my favorite YouTubers are gay.
I think at the end of the day, no matter if you're gay or straight or black or white or Italian or American or whatever, if you're just being yourself, people gravitate toward that. And if you are just 100% you, people will watch. If you're trying to be anything else, I think there's a disconnect, and people can tell that you aren't being authentic. So as long as you're just being you, I think that's a good thing.
Thank you.
I think for me as well, because I've spent time being straight on YouTube before I came out, right? I was secretly gay the whole time. But,
No way.
no, so for me, the only thing it changed, the only thing, was my relationship with my audience I felt was so much tighter, and I can do what I want in my videos now. I can be 100% me in my videos, and that is like an incredible thing. I still can't believe that you can go on the comments of my coming out video, and it's got like a couple million views, and the comments are all good. They are all good. Like, it's amazing to see. It's really, so for me it's been like, it's like a seamless transition. Amazing.
Ok, abbiamo un'altra domanda. Hello? I'm gay. I'm very proud of it.
Hey!
I'm sorry, Tyler, I'm engaged.
You're engaged.
I just want to say, do you think you are a model for everyone see you on YouTube? On YouTube, please.
Do you think you're? I think it's.
Do you think?
Am I right? Do you think you're a role model? Is that what the question was?
Yeah.
Oh, a role model?
Yeah. Do you think you are?
I hope not.
No, I don't see myself as a role model. I think I see myself as having a power and responsibility that I appreciate. Like to be able to, I don't know how many of your families are religious, and here I am talking, like I have this opportunity to talk to you and be like, being gay is okay, you know, like that's a really, really cool thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm a role model, but I definitely like appreciate the position that I'm in right now. This is awesome.
I would say, like, role model is not. Yeah, you can clap for him. That's enough. No, being a role model, I think, is something that isn't self-prescribed. It's given to you. Like people call you a role model. We can't call ourselves that, and it's something that is earned, and it's something that is a responsibility. Like you said, it's something that is serious, but it's also something that can be done in a fun way, and it doesn't have to be like a sit-down lecture. It can be communicated just by, okay, maybe there are tons of videos of mine that I never even say that I'm gay. I mean, it's obvious, but there are tons of videos that I never even say it, and just by people seeing that I am just living my life, that can be enough of showing that it's okay. So like, just showing and being visible is the responsibility within itself.
Definitely. And just to piggyback off that real quick, it's exactly as you said, like we don't call ourselves role models, but I do feel very responsible to be honest, and also just say my opinion when it's like my opinion. You live your life how you want. Anyway, this is my opinion. So to that extent, because ultimately people are going to choose to do different things from what I might do, and that's fine by me. So.
Abbiamo un'altra domanda? Vediamo.
Sì, andiamo.
Hi. So sometimes when you have to face mean comments or people who just don't want to listen to you, you or at least I just want to scream in their face. But of course I can't, because it's not the point. So what do you think is the best attitude to take when you're trying to communicate, like in those situations, when you're trying to communicate and you have to, you face someone who's really just like a wall, but you don't want to get upset?
I think you should come scream in their face for me, please. No,
I love you.
Yeah, so how do you deal with like...
How do you deal with communication when you're talking to a brick wall?
Oh, yeah. Like, just mean comments? I block a bitch. Like,
No.
I block them.
I think she means like in real life.
Oh, in real life? I block them. In real life, I feel like it's just important. For me, I walk away. I just say, you know what, you're not ready to learn yet. I mean, if they're yelling, if they're being mean, then it's coming from a place of like hate.
Right. That's why Tyler speaks on, if it is about like your gay issues or yourself, it is important to make sure you're in a safe environment. But then also, if they're going to be disrespectful to you, you have to choose when you have those conversations, and if they don't go well, like give yourself pats on the back for trying. And that's good. That's good enough. Trying is good enough.
Yeah. I think that, again, it comes down to patience, because I can feel when there's someone who is genuinely asking me a question, and it might be a dumb question. They might be like being ignorant and offensive and everything, but I can tell when it comes from a genuine place, and I'm like, okay, let me like teach you a thing or two. But as soon as somebody starts getting aggressive and stuff like that, remove yourself from that situation, roll your eyes, and walk away.
If it's safe to do so.
And it's like, okay, it's just like online, a mean comment sticks out. Like you hear the mean comment 10 times louder, regardless of whether it is like loud or not. So when in real life, if somebody is mean, you remember that. So to an LGBT person, it might seem like nothing to you to be supportive, but hearing it makes up for any negative comments that they might get at home or at school or in their families or whatever that you might not even know about. So to just like reinforce the positive aspect of it means the world.
Hi.
I like your flower crown.
It is part by you.
I ship it. I'm out. Sorry. Over.
I just wanted to tell you that you, Tyler, have been a role model to me, and you helped me to came out last year. And I wanted to ask you how you find out to be gay.
How I knew I was gay? Or how I came out?
How you all understood
how we all
that you were gay.
knew we were gay.
A, thank you, I love you. Calm it down.
For me, it was because it was terrifying and very scary and hard. I fell in love, and then I was like, oh, is this what love is? Is this what everyone is talking about? Oh shit. Oh, I'm so gay. And then from there.
I knew I was gay, like literally when I was like 4. Yeah, like I think I saw like a boy and I was like, hey.
But how did you
I literally knew in elementary school.
But how when you were 4? When I was 4, I did not know what a gay person was.
I don't even know. Like I was like I wanted to hang out with boys.
Yeah.
Not in any way of like friendship. I was just like, there was this kid named Bryce. Well, there were a lot of kids. But there was like a lot of kids like that when I was in elementary school that I was like, hi, can we be best friends? But I did not want to be best friends. I was like, I'm like, yes.
I was like that too. Yeah, I know. I was like, my female friendships are just like so strong, and like I'm such a dude with the boys. They're great. But I didn't think it was. It didn't even occur to me it was gay until I got old enough to hate gay people,
right.
And then love gay people. You know?
I always knew something was up.
Yeah.
Like in the back of my head, I was always just really, really scared, like you said. And then I like officially knew when I saw a photo of Zac Efron when I was 13. It was like High School Musical 2, and he was really tanned, and I was like. But no, yeah. So then that happened, and then I went into the bathroom, and I like looked at myself in the mirror, and I was like, well, you're gay. And yeah, so since then, that was the beginning of my like self-acceptance.
Yeah, but it is hard. I mean, like it is hard, especially I think right now at this moment in time where it's becoming like even dare I say it like cool or hip to be gay. Like at least in like
it's like cool or hip to just be yourself.
It's just cool or hip to be yourself, exactly. So for people that are questioning, yes. But for people that are questioning, they have their own journey of being like, why am I doing this? Like, where is it coming from? And you just are overthinking. Whereas, like, if a man or a woman or man, you start to fall in love, you're like, everybody thinks this is cool, right? Okay, cool, whatever. You know?
I also kind of think, I'm just thinking about what I just said. So, me knowing when I was super young, I think kind of shows that, okay, it wasn't sexual then. It was, like, emotional. And I think it goes to show that all the stereotypes about being LGBT, about all it being about is like sex and like, you know, perversion and whatever. It's not like that, because for me when I was so young, it wasn't about that at all. It was about this emotional like connection and desire and whatever.
It's love. It's
love.
And the other thing that when you encounter when people are like, oh, you're gay, they immediately start asking you about sex, like if they're not happy with it. They're like, you can really picture kissing a girl? That's disgusting. And they're saying that to you, it's like, I can feel romantic love for this person. Like, I'm not going to ask you about your sex life. I'm not going to say, what type of sex do you like to have? That doesn't define you in any relationship, in any way. It's just love. Do we have another question there?
Hi. I wanted to ask, what if I know I'm gay and I'm like ready to come out, I'm already out to all my friends, but like I'm scared that my parents will kick me out. And also one thing, Hannah, will you marry me?
Yes. If you're already out to your friends, then right now they're your closest family in a weird way. And that might not be true and, you know, whatever, but it's about safety. If you're a teenager or dependent on your family and you're worried that they're going to kick you out, eventually you will move out. So why don't you wait until you feel safe and stable and you're not dependent on them? And that's okay. You're not a bad person for doing that, right?
I think a lot of people talk about the courage of coming out, but I think nobody talks about the courage of waiting for when it's right for you. And that takes sometimes so much courage that goes unnoticed, is knowing when it's the right moment to do it for you, whether it's about safety or whether it's about, you know, people being supportive, whatever. It takes courage, and I think that deserves a lot of recognition. And if it's not the right moment, it's just not the right moment. But there's courage in knowing that.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, congratulations. You just came out to like 100 people or something.
Yeah, and they all love you. Isn't she great?
I could never have done that. That's amazing. But no, so I also appreciate how hard it is to stay in the closet. Like, that's what you're saying. Like, there's a point where you feel like you're going to go insane. Like, unless you like tell someone, or, you know, like tell the people that you want to tell. But like, if you get the sense that your parents might kick you out, wait till you have a job, wait till you like have enough money, like just have a backup plan. Like, I think I've told this story before, but I watched a video on YouTube of Lady Gaga giving a speech in like LA or something like that. And there was just...
It was in Washington, D.C.
Right. And there was just so many people in the audience, and she was like saying how gay is okay, and she was like talking to Obama and stuff like that. And I was like, oh my god, even if I get kicked out, I can like go to LA and hang out with Washington DC. I can go to Washington DC and like hang out with all these people where it's completely okay. So I kind of like had a backup plan in my head, you know what I mean? I think get that sorted, make sure that you're like independent, and then you're fine.
Yeah, definitely. To do it at a time where you're still like dependent on your parents for like money and food and shelter and all that stuff will only give them like the power to make being gay the thing that ruined your life. And I'm like, no. The thing that is going to hurt you is having parents who are rejecting you. That is painful. That is hard. Being gay is not that. That's not being gay.
Right.
And one last thing to that, I think, like, yeah, sometimes that just sucks. And like right now, we are still working on it, and we're still trying to change the world about it. And it sucks that you might have to deal with that. But the cool news is, you are in charge of how the next generation of people come out, and you can make it so that they don't have to go through that suck. Like, it can be better for them.
Decrease world suck.
Slay.
Okay, 2 more questions, guys. And we have to leave the stage.
Okay, so I know you guys travel here. Here, Troye.
Hi.
Yeah, okay. Thanks. Okay,
Hey, Queen.
So I know that you guys travel a lot, and well, so I had this crazy idea to move to LA alone, and I'm like 14, and I am actually moving there this summer.
Wow.
That's so crazy, I know, and I had like, I know, okay, this question might be a little bit crazy, but would you rather, like, would you ever eat some chicken nuggets and make a video with me?
Me?
I lived in Australia.
And the one to Troye is that, would you record a song with me?
Okay. Hey. Yes. Let's eat chicken nuggets, make videos, record songs. Let's do it all. Yeah, I mean, that's exciting for you. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Going down there is fun.
Ranch dressing needs to be there. Yeah.
L'ultima domanda.
L'ultima domanda però su questo, sull'LGBT, per favore.
Hello. I just want to ask you, how do you deal with people who say like, yes, I'm okay, it's okay for me to like, you know, gay people to be married, but then in the facts when they're like a person next to you is gay or come out as gay or as bi, you're like, no, bisexual don't exist. How do you deal with people who are so hypocrite? I don't get that.
So how do you deal with people that...
Who are like, they say like, okay, I'm okay with gay marriage, but then in the moment they meet someone who's gay or who's bi, they're like, no, it can be they're just like, you know, they're mean and they make mean comments or something, and they're homophobic.
I think to me, that shows that there's like potential in that person for them to be accepting, and that maybe they're like trying a little bit, and maybe they just need some time and patience and everything like that. And call them out when they're being like a douche. Call them out.
Call anyone out for being a douche to anyone, gay, straight, whatever. Like bullying somebody or being mean to them is not necessary. You don't have to put your anger onto somebody else who's not harming you. You know.
I think it's hard, especially with people that are bi. Like a lot of people tell them that that's not a thing. I just think I remind people that, okay, just because I don't have the exact same life as you doesn't mean I can tell you what your life is, or deny your existence, or deny what you feel, or anything like that. So it's just not my place, and it just takes a level of maturity for somebody to get that. And if they don't get that, then there's hope, I think, but you just have to keep working at it. I don't know.
Yeah, there are a lot of like people that are.
I agree.
Okay, so.
Ok, allora li salutiamo.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. That was amazing.
Thank you for being amazing. I love you.
And thank you, Vicky.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Give them a round of applause.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Ciao.
Ciao. Good luck. Molto bene.
Bye.